deep question. Definitely not. My parents don't. I got a few questions, so it's like, oh, can I get it? And then it just makes it worse. Pretty much made me vegan. It's just traveling Europe, having the time of our life.
It's like I feel it for the first time. Been thinking about you all night. I've been searching for this all my life. You're just my type. I've been looking for a boy who can treat me right. Your dark hair with those eyes so bright. They look into my soul and it sparks my...
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm filming a Q&A style video, as you can tell from the title. So I posted a story last night to Instagram and I got a fair few questions, which is good. I'm hoping there will be enough to make it a long enough video. I said ask me anything. It could be about health, fitness, relationships, advice, life in isolation, anything. So I'm excited to answer some questions for you and maybe you can know some things about me that you were wondering. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up for me. Subscribe down below. I post every few days on my channel and I'm really excited to have you here joining me on my channel if you do want to stay, so that would be amazing. Otherwise I'm just going to get right into the questions. Also, I need a pot for that plant, so ignore that. We got it last weekend but we're waiting to get a pot for it. And yeah, how cute is this little one? This doesn't normally sit there, but I thought it looked cuter blocking the, you know, Bunnings pot. So how cute is he or she? Plant plants just great. They just add so much more to the room, I think. Also, this is a drawing I got of Reese and I. Don't know if you can see it. I'll pop a photo here. It's on my Instagram. I got it drawn up for him for Christmas last year by a lovely lady called Illustrations by Kat, and she did the drawing for me. I bought the drawing off her and then I got it printed out, and yeah. Anyway, enough of the room tour. That's not what this video is. So I'm going to get right on into the questions. Okay, I'm a bit nervous. Okay, first question is from Ellie. It says, first thing you'll do after ISO. That's a good question. Well, okay, considering I was on a gap year and I was meant to be traveling Europe, having the time of my life, but obviously that got cut short from COVID. I'm hoping after isolation and everything's over, once the travel restrictions go away and, you know, the world's kind of back to semi-normal, then hopefully I can go traveling. It's definitely not going to be like a whole year away. At this point it's not looking like that. I could do that, but with starting uni and wanting to move out and things like that, it might just be like a 3-month holiday in Europe sort of thing. So I think I still want to go traveling. I still want to save and make sure I have enough money for when this is all over. I know that's going to take a while before travel goes back to normal. So if travel's still not very good, but Australia's not in isolation anymore, if that makes sense, I guess the first thing I would do is it would be nice to go to the movies or something. I always think just going out for dinner and the movies, because if Reese and I want to have like a date night, we do like having, you know, cooking in and having a date night in, but when that's the only thing you can do, it's like, okay, I want to go out now. So maybe that, I was thinking about that the other day. I don't know. There's so many things that we can do when isolation's over, and I'm definitely thinking of the countries that are in full lockdown, like the UK. Definitely couldn't imagine what they're going through because they're not allowed out at all unless it is for essentials. Their day when everything goes back to normal is going to be amazing. Just, yeah, getting out again. So I hope that answers the question. There's a lot to do. Travel is a big one. And yeah, the next question is, how often are you and Reese seeing each other / at all? So Reese and I, even though it's in isolation and he's my boyfriend, I think the assumption is that we don't live together, so you know, it's hard to see your partner when there's restrictions. But Reese and I live together. He moved into my house recently, mainly because we were always going back and forth from his house and my house. One night at his, one night at mine, or like 2 nights, 1, 2, 2, 3, whatever. We were going back and forth between his house and mine. Before we went away to the UK, after, and then we got Juby, our puppy, and we were still kind of doing that, but we stayed at my house for maybe the first 2 weeks, just so he could get used to one house. Then we decided to go, okay, we'll have like a night or so at Reese's, but it just started confusing him with toilet training because the layout of the houses is different, and at Reese's there's no like doggy door for him to just go out himself, so he couldn't take himself out, so he was just getting confused. Then he'd come back to mine and not be toilet trained, even though he was before we went, if that makes sense. So it was just becoming too confusing and I felt a bit bad for him. So we thought about moving out. Then we decided that, you know, we're best to save our money so that we can do smarter investment property moves in the future. Because Dewey, our puppy, kind of grew up here, this is more his home. Reese has moved in here recently. Also, just to save us going back and forth between the houses all the time, even though we weren't coming into contact with anyone, you're not really meant to be doing that. So yeah, and it's also nice now, we don't have to live out of a duffel bag with all our clothes and toiletries in it all the time. Reese feels more at home here now as well because we moved all of his stuff in, so it's more his home now. It's not like he's just living in my room. We changed up my whole room. I don't know if you've seen it on, if anyone's seen it on my Instagram or in the videos, but it's like our room now, and it's all got all his stuff and my stuff. And yeah, so to answer the question, we're seeing each other all the time apart from when he goes to work. So we are very lucky in that sense that we do get to see each other all the time, although we always have seen each other all the time. So yeah, not much has changed. The next question is, would you ever go vegan? Now, I was vegetarian for, goodness, I'm gonna have to think of the date. I get confused with years, but I was vegetarian probably, oh, it was in year 10, so 2017, like around when I was 16, I was vegetarian. I was vegetarian for a year, I think, and then I turned vegan. So pretty much I just wasn't that into eating meat. I was pretty much eating vegetarian apart from one meal a day, or not really having a label on it. So then I was just like, I'll just go vegetarian for the animals, but also for health reasons and yada yada yada. I thought about going vegan and I was just like, maybe one day. And then a year into it, year and a half, I watched the documentary What the Health, and that pretty much made me vegan. I was like, okay, that's amazing, I'll go vegan. And my reasoning was for health reasons and also for the animals and the planet and everything. There's so many reasons. So I was vegan for I think 6 months maybe, and then I was at school, so I was in year 11 at this time. I started being really fatigued towards the end of it. I would get like dizzy in class and faint and not really feel like I was fully in my body, like I wasn't fully there, sort of thing. I just wasn't sure that being vegan was really working for my body at that point. I made the decision to slowly reintroduce animal products, and yeah, I have felt a lot stronger in myself and I don't get dizzy spells anymore. Although I do appreciate veganism and I do think it is a great thing if you want to do something good for the planet and yourself, but I know that it works for some people's bodies and not for other people. Just like some people are dairy intolerant, or some people really thrive on keto, and some people really thrive on high carb diets. So everybody is different. I think just for my body it didn't work so well. However, I do enjoy vegan food, I do enjoy vegan meals. I think vegan alternatives are so cool. I don't know if I ever will go back. I might in the future. I don't know if it would be a long-term thing. I definitely think it's down to everyone individually. Don't come at me with hate. If you're vegan, that's amazing. If you're not, that's amazing too, because you're doing what works for you, and if you have the right reasons and intentions, that is all that matters. Okay, next question is from Jessica, and she said, skincare routine, you have the best skin. Okay, thank you. I don't think I do. I'm definitely breaking out right now. I don't know if you can tell because I have makeup on, but all along here, along my chin, here, like I have a few spots. Mainly they get worse because my boyfriend Reese, if he spots one, he's like, oh, can I get it? And then it just makes it worse. It just makes it red and it's like sits there for a few more days. So that's problematic. I blame it on him. Anyway, so yeah, I definitely don't have the best skin, but thank you for thinking that. Maybe it's just that my photos, I don't know. I don't edit my photos to blur my skin out. I don't do anything like that. But so skincare routine, I filmed a video when I was about 14 or 15, I don't know, on my dancing channel. I used to have a YouTube channel that was a dancing YouTube channel. It was called Liberty Dancer. I think it's still out there. Maybe I think I put all the videos on private. Anywho, I filmed a skincare routine on that. So that was my skincare routine when I was younger. I guess I could film another video again, but it's not really anything special. I just cleanse my face twice a day in the shower. I used to have a scrub, like an exfoliating scrub, and I'd do that maybe twice a week in the shower as well. And then I have a moisturizer. I have some like serums, but I hardly use them. I don't notice that they make a difference really. I'm trying to think what else I do. Biggest things, I don't think it comes down to actual skincare products for me personally. I know that drinking lots of water really makes my skin a lot healthier, and also what I eat. If I'm eating a bunch of crap all the time, I really notice it in my skin. I'll start having little breakouts. Trying to eat as many fruit and vegetables as possible. I know when I eat healthier that my skin, you know, is a lot better. Also, having lots of healthy fats really makes your skin glow. So I know I try and do that consciously sometimes because I'm like, I want to have glowy skin. So avocado or eggs and olive oil and healthy like fish, like salmon and stuff, like healthy fats really help your skin. I eat chocolate and everything, but if I'm eating a lot more of it than normal, that's when I notice my skin. So maybe it's the like lots of too much sugar, I'm not sure, but I just definitely my diet plays a big role in my skin. So yeah, I guess that's kind of what I do for my skin. I don't do anything crazy. I hope that helped. I don't really have much of a routine to show, but yeah, thank you for saying that anyway. Okay, next question is, did your parents pay for your holidays or your car if you have one? This is an interesting question. I find it interesting that maybe I give off that vibe, or it's assumed, but definitely not. My parents don't give out money willy-nilly. Definitely have to work for everything that I want. I bought like most of the decorations in my room with my own money. I buy my own clothes. My car I bought myself. Well, my car I bought off my mum, but I still paid her for it. So because it was my mum's old car, so when she upgraded I bought it off her, but I still paid for it. My holidays, I think maybe I'm assuming that means like my gap year that I was going on. I paid for all that myself. I worked really hard to save, and then I was going to sell my car to have extra money to support me once I got over there, but obviously I came back, so I didn't sell my car. So that was kind of how I was funding that. To go to Bali for schoolies, that was the other recent holiday that I've been on. I paid for that myself. I saved up for that with my money and working. Just saving really hard. Last year was saving really hard. I wasn't eating out all the time at cafes and brunches and getting coffee out all the time. I was really frugal with my money and trying to save every cent. I had a jar, and every coin I would put in it, that eventually added up as well. So my parents definitely don't pay for things like that. They paid for all my dance lessons when I was younger, which was amazing because they did want me to achieve that dream, because my dad never got to do his dream. They definitely never spoiled me, and we're definitely just a normal family. By normal I mean that as a family we're just pretty, like, you know, average. We don't have money just lying around to throw at things to go on holiday every year. While I was dancing, we didn't go on holiday because that's like, we couldn't afford to do both. I definitely don't have enough money to just buy me a multiple $1,000 car. Like, we're not like that at all. So I completely agree with that. I think when I have kids, definitely, even if I do have the money to spoil them, I don't think spoiling your kids is the best way to go, just because I feel like you just grow up a bit with better values and morals if you don't get everything handed to you on a silver platter. Yeah, I guess that's that. So the next question is from Lexi. She said, what are your fave workouts? That's a good question actually. I think they change all the time. I get super bored easily. I went through a phase ages ago where I loved HIIT. Well, obviously I used to do dancing. That was my workout. I danced like 25-30 hours a week. So that was my workouts. I didn't really do anything different, but I stopped dancing going into year 10. And I wanted to keep up the gym because I wanted to keep healthy and fit. I remember I never did weights or anything. It was more like cardio or HIIT, or just, I didn't really have a clue back then. You kind of learn as you go. Then I went through a really big HIIT phase in about year 11 and I loved HIIT. Then I started learning that girls can lift weights and weight training is really good. So then I started getting into more weight training and that was really enjoyable too. And now kind of my favorite at the moment is just 20-30 minute at-home workouts, just because they're really convenient, they're really efficient and they get your heart rate up. I hate when they drag out sometimes, so it allows me to just get it done quick and move on with my day, and that's really enjoyable for me. So far I'm doing a 6-week challenge by Chloe Bromwich, and those workouts are mainly body weight, HIIT workouts, Tabata style. I enjoy lifting weights when I can, but yeah, like I said, my workout style favorite changes. I'm not a runner, that's definitely not my favorite. Dancing, I don't know if that counts, but I don't really do that enough to say. So I think at the moment just short, sharp workouts. There's so many available on Instagram for free if you want. I can link some in the description. I know Georgie Stevenson posts heaps, Chrissy Swadling posts heaps, Sarah's Day, Chrissy Seller, Natasha Ocean, I think that's how you say her name. They have so many free workouts and I always just save them as well. So yeah, that's the style of workout I'm enjoying at the moment, but whatever works for you. Any type of movement is good. So if you don't like that sort of workout and you like running or you like swimming, that's great as well. Definitely, it's down to the individual. So Ali said, best advice on losing people you were once close with. Now, I don't think she means like how to lose people you were close with, like advice on that. I think she means how to deal with it. Kind of a deep question. So pretty much I've lost a lot of people that I've been close with, and I think knowing that that's a normal part of growing up is definitely something to keep in mind. As we grow up, we all change. I'm definitely not the same person I was when I was 14, and I don't think a lot of people are. So definitely you change as you grow up and other people change, and then maybe you start realizing that you're not so the same anymore. You've got different values, you've got different views on the world, you've got different aspirations, different senses of humor, and you kind of slowly drift and grow apart. And that's completely normal because as you are growing up, you are just learning who you are, and it's normal to go between friends and friendship because you are still growing and learning and becoming who you are. It is hard, and that's okay. Knowing that you're not alone in it, knowing the reason you lost that person can sometimes be reassuring. Maybe it was because you are different types of people and you've grown apart. Maybe you don't really like the values or the morals that they had. Maybe they didn't treat you so well, or maybe something happened, something not very good. If it is a bad negative reason, or there was something just not right in that relationship, then just reflecting on that and realizing that's the reason why you've lost them. I wouldn't say lost, but more like you've moved on from them, will reassure you of that choice to no longer be friends with them. And just know that there's so many people in the world. You're so young still, and there's so many other friendships and connections that you're going to make throughout your life. Like, I always think about how, like, I'm gonna meet so many more people when I go traveling, when I go to uni, and make more friendships and connections. So it's not the end of the world. They're not the only people that you're ever going to know. Sometimes it's for the best, and because you are going to move on to bigger and better and more positive things. And even if that might not come straight away, just know that it does come eventually. If they were a negative part of your life and they're toxic or something like that, you will eventually feel so much better to have let them go. It's just like having a breakup. Friendship breakups can be just as bad as relationship breakups, and they definitely hurt when you have a lot of memories with those people, especially if they're really fun memories, and they are part of your life. You can't deny that those people helped you grow up. They were part of your adolescence, they were part of your childhood. Maybe you've got years of friendship written in your storybook with them, so that can make it hard, but you're definitely going to find other people, and it's okay to grow out of friendships. It's normal. The world is full of so many people, and so many more people that will click with you, so just hold on and wait for that. I feel like I don't know if I'm really getting out what I am thinking on this topic, but I hope I can sort of make some sort of sense, so hopefully that helps and makes a bit of sense. And last question is from Grace, and it is, how is the pup doing? Now, he's with Reese at the moment. They went out while I was filming so that I could film, because it's a bit hard when he's so young and a puppy. So I wish he was here so I could show you him, because he's the cutest. He is going good. He's getting so big now. Like, every day I wake up he's grown and he's taller and he's longer, and I'm like, oh my god, my baby is growing up. He's really good though. He's a bit naughty sometimes, but I think that's just part of like a puppy, especially his breed. He's a beagle, so they're quite high energy and they are diggers. He likes to always annoy Millie, my other puppy. She's older though, she's like 10. Yeah, he's just a little cheeky puppy at the moment. He's getting his last vaccinations in about 2 weeks, so once he has them we can take him out for walks, and I'm really looking forward to that, because I think that will help his behavior as well, because it will get most of his energy. Hopefully that will, you know, get out that built up energy that he's kind of got so much of and needs to get rid of. I'm looking forward to that, but he is doing good. Thank you for asking. He's the greatest decision. I'm so glad we have him. And yeah, okay, that's all the questions. I think it made a long enough video. I hope so. Thank you to everyone that sent me the questions. It was really helpful. I really do appreciate it, because I couldn't have made this video without the questions, so thank you for that. I hope I answered them to your liking. I hope I did them justice. I hope you found it interesting what I had to say, learn a bit more about me, maybe got some advice, I don't know. So thank you for that. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up for me. It really helps my channel grow, and subscribe down below for videos every week, multiple times a week, coming right to you. I know you've got the time to watch them. We've all got time to watch them. So my Instagram also, I post a lot on there now, so that will be shown in the next slide. It's just @LibertyBunny, my name. Other than that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Reese said, how'd you get so cute? I don't know. Could ask you the same thing. I'm being gross. He's just being silly. Allison said, I want to feature, so how great is Allison? How perfect is Allison? Is Allison's ass fat?